Welcome to breaking news. Welcome to breaking news. Welcome to breaking news.
John, can you shut up? You're interrupting my reading time.
Hollis, I need my voice to sound like the echo of a tiger's growl in a cave filled with diamonds, not a rubber glove you see flopping around on the street.
John, what I'm reading right now is riveting, dare I say, history in the making.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, someone woke up on the wrong side of their navy blue canopy bed.
How do you know?
I've seen your bed, yeah. If you must know, as we are speaking right now, hundreds, nay, thousands of families are piling all of their earthly possessions into covered wagons and moving to the west. They're calling it Manifest Destiny.
You mean the event that happened over 100 years ago?
What's that now?
Hollis, when was that newspaper published?
Today. This is today's newspaper. It says so right here, right in there. Today's
Okay.
date.
That has to be from like at least 1845.
John, you know I don't know military time.
I'm talking about the year.
Oh, it's 2017.
See, this is why it's important to check your facts.
Well, I already tweeted about it, and Steve Martin already retweeted it with the caption interesting, so...
Hollis, you're contributing to the ever-growing epidemic of fake news.
Relax, John. What's the harm in a little misinformation?
For one, you're spreading false information as fact and possibly misleading your followers. For two, you have no idea this information could spread and affirm crazy beliefs.
Okay, well, the only people that follow me are Steve Martin and every member of the Senate, so not that big a deal.
What? How did you get them to follow you? How'd you swing that?
We all got stuck in an elevator once. It's a whole story. It's hilarious.
What? How big was the elevator? What? You know what? Never mind. Hollis, are we on the same page about this fake news stuff?
Oh yeah, for sure. It's
destructive
so
to the state of our
funny.
democracy. God damn it, Hollis. How can you be so cavalier about something as important as public transparency?
Simple. I love to lie. I always have. See, watch this, John. I love the way you do your hair, and we will get married one day.
Thank you, Hollis. Yeah. Hey, wait a second.
See, it's a blast.
Okay, it's one thing for us junior varsity journalists to mislead each other during our light banter time, but it's an entirely different thing for the government and mainstream media to mislead the public all the time.
This just in. Webster's dictionary switched the words public and pubic.
Stop that.
Better get on that.
You have no idea how crucial journalism is, especially right now in this country. Mass media is literally the only thing holding millions of Americans together in a time when we can't trust our government to fairly represent us. If we can't even rely on the validity of the news, all we are is a country of blind sheep, being shepherded wherever the government pleases. And in this case, it's off a cliff. At the bottom of that cliff, knives. Those knives, poisonous. That poison expired 2 months ago.
Well, wouldn't that make it like not poison?
The point is, the public deserves to know the truth. All right, who is changing the prompter to, it says pubic?
I know. You didn't read that. I almost got you. I see what you're saying, John. But here's the thing. I very strongly just don't care. Okay? The issue of fake news is as relevant to me as my birth mother, and at least fake news didn't leave me on the steps of a Home Depot when I was 2.
Your mom abandoned you?
No, fake news, John. You dumbass.
Okay,
You're
2
dumb.
can play this sordid game.
Okay.
Breaking news. Hollis has decided with the UN to take John more seriously.
No, we have not. Breaking news, I do not have a tattoo of an owl saying, "Who ate my leftovers?" over my ass.
But again, you lying about your personal life isn't what I'm talking about. It's the way politicians and conservative news channels take the truth and twist it to work in their favor. For example, what did you have for breakfast this morning, Hollis?
Baked beans on a slice of watermelon? Why?
Now, let's say I wanted the people to perceive you as a cold, tyrannical witch.
Oh, I would love that.
All right, then. You won't believe the unconventional breakfast Hollis Wessling eats every morning.
That's it? That's what you mean by fake news? You didn't even lie. You just took what I said and made it sort of like ambiguous.
Exactly.
But that didn't do anything. Isn't fake news supposed to like ruin reputations, take down entire businesses, further some sort of gay agenda?
Just wait for it.
What am I waiting for?
Hey Hollis, I heard you eat forks and spoons for breakfast.
Oh, no, that's lunacy. My teeth aren't nearly strong enough to handle silver.
Well, I was just checking. I heard you eat some weird shit, so you know.
Hollis, I heard you ate an entire dolphin for breakfast and made his family watch.
Hey, what's going? Is this punked? Were you Ashton?
Steve told me you ate a human child.
Who's Steve?
My dad's friend.
Okay, I get it. Fake news spirals out of control sometimes.
Hey, I heard you ate my human child.
Federica, you don't have a human child.
Well, not anymore, apparently.
How could you do something so
No,
cruel?
I don't understand.
The whole dolphin?
I don't.
I
Why
know,
would
like,
you do this? You're like
See,
my entire
fake
time.
news creates confusion and hysteria among the population.
John, creating confusion and hysteria among the population is literally all I have ever wanted to do. Have you seen me at Thanksgiving? It's every man for himself. Besides, the pubic shouldn't be so gullible.
Well, some of us happen to be conscious and mature citizens of the pubic. God damn it, you guys!
Mature. Jimbo, you look like the baby in a 1950s sunscreen commercial. You know, like that one?
Did you know that I actually am the Coppertone baby?
Wait, for real?
No!
Why would you say that? I trusted you!
It was a lie. See, Hollis, fake news isn't just about the pubic, goddamn, being gullible. It's about reliable sources. Like me, John Gilbert, your close friend and future husband,
Wait, what's that now?
deliberately lying to manipulate their audience.
Please, John, audiences will be obsolete once everyone picks up and moves to the West to manifest their destinies. And I, for one, cannot wait to fluff my petticoats and take my sweet ass to California. Hey, John, have you heard of this thing called gold? It's supposed to be pretty shiny. I'm Hollis Westling.
I'm John Gilbert, and I deserve better than this.
No, you don't.
Here's the news.
Recently, a new app hit the market that tells users if McDonald's ice cream machines are broken before people go there. The app is called Yes.
A flight attendant recently fell off a plane while preparing food before takeoff, begging the question, what is the deal with airline food?
I have no idea. Apple has patented new technology that can automatically disable phone cameras at concerts or museums. I wish they widened the scope to useful places like the dentist or drunk in my bathtub when I'm washing both me and my clothes.
After Tom Price's departure from his position as Secretary of Health and Human Services, Donald Trump has announced that the nomination for his replacement would be former pharmaceutical executive Alex Azar. And while Azar is expected to pass confirmation, Trump mentioned that if Azar didn't work out, the runner-up is Set, the malevolent Egyptian god of disorder, storms, desert, and violence.
A theory is gaining steam that Amelia Earhart may have been eaten by 3-foot crabs with claws like lion jaws. On one hand, terrifying, but then on the other, sort of hot.
Teens in Florida were arrested for stealing a pizza delivery car in what is being called DiGiorno's boldest publicity stunt yet.
You know, it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno.
It's DiGiorno.
Amid media publicization of their sexual misconduct and assault, Kevin Spacey and Harvey Weinstein have begun treatment at a rehab facility. I'm kind of disappointed that they didn't go to the facility that I suggested. Jail?
A stray cat in Japan is the suspect of an attempted murder of an elderly woman. It is unclear if the murder will be considered first degree, second degree, or pedigree.
Good one. Florida State University banned Greek life this week. When asked for comment, the Greek gods had no response. Interesting.
An online website recently published an article, Trend, college football players pop the question on field. That question being, me concussed?
4 concussions. That explains a lot. A 12-year-old Colorado girl is suing the Attorney General to legalize marijuana nationally, which is pretty insane because when I was 12, I did not care if my weed was medical or not.
Texas officials has motioned to rename Robert E. Lee High School as the Legacy of Educational Excellence High School, or Lee High School for short. This is being referred to as a squarely transparent, ultimately painful, inconsequential decision, or STUPID for short.
And that's the news.
Fake news' rhetoric has been dominating political discourse, especially preceding the 2016 presidential election. The arsenal of fake news tools includes unclear reporting and flaky sources, but you might also be familiar with clickbait, misleading article titles designed to draw in readers without regard for the actual content.
John is as correct as he is a Dennis the Menace lookalike. Many of these clickbait headlines link to internet articles that make wild accusations with no facts to back them up.
Articles like this have quickly moved from simply drawing the attention of readers to creating political hysteria. With all this sensationalism in the media, how do we know what to trust anymore?
I'm glad you asked, Johnny boy. We actually have the creator of clickbait here tonight to talk about these articles and their political ramifications. We found him in the parking garage on the common chewing on a pigeon. Please join us in welcoming a magical sprite who generated clickbait.
Fiddle-dee-dee, fiddle-dee-do. Have you seen these pictures of Lupita Nyong'o?
I'm sorry, what's that now?
Ah, the ghostly pale child has asked a question of me. His voice reminds me of a shrieking banshee.
Yeah. All right, we'll talk about John's ghostly pallor and grating voice later. Let's get to the good stuff.
So, you're the cause of all this discourse surrounding the validity of the media recently?
Influencing the president of our country with biased reporting.
Depreciating the value of journalistic writing with misleading headlines?
It's you causing all this mayhem.
Hi, it is me.
Why are you doing this? You've really bungled up the whole news thing, and I take that personally.
Heidi Hings. You'll never believe these photos of the cast from Stranger Things.
Stop that.
Methinks the lady protests more than she cares to admit. Come, click this link. You shan't regret it.
Okay, Hollis, let me have a go. I've read a lot of books about magical creatures. I'll try to speak his language.
Oh no.
Hey, nonny, rat-tat-tat! What are you up to, you silly little cat?
Quiet, you cherub-faced fool! Snap, crackle, poop! Snap, crackle, puck! You check out this mind-blowing interview with comedian Chris Rock.
I definitely want to see that interview later, so please email me. But for now, there's an unbelievable amount of misdirecting going on here, and I know it's because you don't want to answer for your crimes. I don't even know what to call you.
Some call me Ralph, some call me Fred, but because of Obama, millions are dead!
Whoa, that took a turn. What are you referencing right now? Like, what event specifically are you referencing? Do you even know?
Can you tell us what you're trying to accomplish by spreading weird, misleading headlines? You've really thrown our country's journalistic system for a loop.
Spriggity spran, spriggity sprin. Here are 10 ways Bernie can still win.
Oh, thank God.
John, no, you've fallen for his spirit ways, his siren song. Listen, fella, this false information you're spreading has real consequences. Don't you even feel a little bit bad for lying to so many people?
Ethics is not what I aim to measure. Spreading hysteria gives me great pleasure. Mortals make their decisions so quick, and that's when I display my trick.
Well, that I can understand and almost respect. But you can't just hijack information and decide to screw with people's perception of things.
Buddy, who are you? Can you tell us where you're from or something?
Born from an exploding star was I, betwixt two thunderclaps I emerged, ready and spry, glowing and pulsing with the energy of half a dozen suns, weighing only 5,000 tons.
That sounds nice.
Yes, verily.
Can you tell us about some of your more popular work, like anything we would have heard of?
Have you heard of Katy Perry and how she's secretly John Benet Ramsbury?
Wow, that was you?
I knew she was hiding something. I have to update my blog.
Hey, pal, I know it's probably really fun to start these rumors. Lord knows I love to circulate scandals about John's third and fourth nipple.
Hey!
But this has got to stop, okay? You're degrading not only journalism as a whole, but yourself. And honest reporting is important now more than ever. So why not just let people report the facts as they happen and then let them form their own opinions? Isn't that the American way?
To be honest, guys, I don't know why I'm doing this. It's pretty messed up, isn't it? It seemed fun at first, making mischief, causing mayhem. I mean, I was birthed from the very fabric of the universe with these magical powers of spreading information. I had to find some sort of creative outlet.
Have you considered slam poetry?
I feel like I'm wasting my potential. You know the Greek messenger god, Hermes? That guy practically raised me. He taught me everything I know. We go way back. And now I'm doing this? Jesus Christ, I'm pathetic. Hey, I guess that's life. I used to just be able to lie about why dermatologists hated one lady or get people to read articles about Reese Witherspoon's top 10 worst fashion moments. And now my clickbait and false stories are really affecting people. God, I'm sorry. I'm the worst.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself. No, you're not the worst. You're really good at what you do. Yeah.
You mean it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've been fooled by clickbait. Like, one time I saw this link that said, click here for photographic evidence of Chris Christie's New Jersey sex dungeon. And you know what I did? I clicked that article.
All right, you and I are going to talk after this. But listen, Sprite, you've delegitimized so many forms of political and even just regular reporting. I don't love what you do, but I have to admit that you do it really well.
Wow. Can I try one more time? For old time's sake.
Take it away, interdimensional sprite.
Gather, my children, hear my tale. If you try and predict it, you will surely fail. Do you know former President Martin Van Buren?
Yeah.
Well, I have some news that will spin your head. Martin Van Buren was never truly dead. He faked his demise, that silly old chum, and has been cryogenically frozen until 2001. Since then, he's controlled our country by making vaccines, giving everyone alien genes. Soon we will all fall to his devilish ways, and all of the earth will end in a blaze.
Honestly, yeah, maybe.
Magical sprite, everybody!
Oh, I miss old Sprite already.
Hey, Hollis,
What's up, baby butt?
did you unfollow me on Twitter?
Oh, this is awkward.
Why would you do that? My tweets are gold.
John, your account is exclusively the Federalist Papers and updates on the condition of your cat.
He is severely depressed.
I'm sorry, but I like my tweets like I like my socks. Zany, impersonal, and hilariously filthy.
How can a sock be impersonal?
You'd be surprised.
So, you follow Steve Martin, but not me?
Duh, how else am I gonna get him to fall in love with me so hard that he gives me the rights to Cheaper by the Dozen screenplay? I want to do a remake where the children are played by the convicted felons in my pyro support group
What? Why?
to keep them off the streets.
Okay, ridiculous agenda aside, you can't foster a relationship with someone when Twitter's your only means of communication. Especially now, when Twitter's the main platform for propaganda and fake news.
Ha! That's where you're wrong, you blonde bimbo. Let's see what happens when our correspondent Ryan finds himself enchanted by a mysterious Twitter lover.
Lover?
John?
He was a normal guy looking for love, but love wasn't looking for him.
And that's when I realized I actually hadn't flushed a second time.
Wow, really dynamic story. Yeah. Speaking of flushing, I actually have to go to that bathroom.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So I'll be right back.
Okay. Don't be long.
Oh, she will be.
What?
Looks like you just got stood up.
Oh, not again. I guess I gotta get out of here and find love somewhere else.
Not before you pay.
I have to pay?
And that's when he found a new kind of love.
And that's when it happened. A spark. I could feel my heart start beating, my soul start singing.
From the creators of Love Actually comes a tale about a man who falls in love with a Russian Twitter bot.
I just feel like I'm finally happy again for the first time in a long time.
Dude, that's fucked up.
You think I'm too vulnerable?
No, I just think you're two completely different people. You're a hot-headed fool in love, and she's a disembodied Russian Twitter bot.
You're saying we can't be together? A forbidden love?
She's not real!
You take that back!
God, I wish you were here with me.
Queer for Vladimir.
Really? You want me?
Benghazi.
That was amazing.
What's wrong, horny Soviet 619 stock?
In an age of disinformation, the only thing that we know is real is love.
I know you were created to create distrust in Secretary Clinton and discredit our electoral process as a whole, but that doesn't matter to me. I love you. I love you from the moment you told me.
Lock up is #Hillary. Now Trump is Russia. What makes horny in your area?
And I will love you until the day you die or Putin shuts off his home computer. I just need...
Coming this summer. In a world full of fake news, one man and his love for a Russian Twitter bot are keeping it real.
Fire insurance. All rage. Buy now. Buy.
Fake news, real love.
That's really messed up.
I know. If you're gonna fall in love with an entity, at least let it be the Arby's franchise. God.
We've had a great time learning about fake news tonight, folks.
Yeah, however, we still haven't learned how to combat fake news.
That's where our next guest comes in. He's a psychic from downtown Boise whose special talents are bringing him notoriety.
While most psychics predict personal futures and cosmic mayhem, our boy Doug predicts fake news. Doug looks into the future and he sees the headlines of next week's fake news stories. With his help, maybe we here at Breaking News will learn how to spot a half-baked story. Introducing Doug the Psychic, everyone.
Hey guys, thanks for having me. It's a good aura in this place.
Oh, thank you. See, John, I told you that burning the largest bill in your wallet before the show would bring us luck.
You what?
What? Doug! So what exactly do you do?
Well, I'm a used car salesman. Best deals in Boise, but I suppose you brought me here to showcase my other talent, predicting fake news.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the gift has been in my family for generations. They helped me predict that famous article that claimed that Hillary sold guns to ISIS.
I saw that really stirred the pot there.
So you say this is a family talent.
The Doug clan was cursed by a witch who lived on the outskirts of Portland. Now we roam the earth, propelled to reveal every fake story before it plagues our media. It's my mission to continue this legacy whilst trapped among the living.
And what exactly do you mean by predicting fake news? Can you see the future or just a messed up version of it?
Basically, when the stars are aligned and my right knee isn't acting up, I can accurately predict the next big scandal to be published that will eventually prove to be fake news.
Well, we're glad you're here, Doug. We were hoping you could make a few predictions here tonight.
Yeah, show your stuff.
Yeah.
I can't be fooled by voodoo trickery.
Be nice.
Well, get a gander at this, non-believer. My great-uncle told me HuffPo is cooking up a narrative on how Chris Christie ate a futon after losing his election.
I can see that in painful detail.
HuffPo wants that. Don't cave to temptation. Imagining fake news makes it real. Almost as real as the possibility of owning a Pontiac Grand Prix for $225.
That's a weird comparison.
That's amazing. I would have totally bought that story. You're fighting the good fight. Got any more?
Of course, but we're gonna have to do this one live.
What
do you mean by live?
Oh,
Like, we're
spirits
alive.
are perturbed today, but I can still hear something.
Oh, he's got a deck of cards.
Deck of cards.
Okay.
I'm seeing the HuffPo headquarters. It's the 1st of December.
Oh.
Good. It's the big month story. I'm seeing a queen and a king and another queen, maybe? Oh, Florida Governor Rick Scott set to run an exhibition of a live chess match, but, oh, havoc? The players are actually killing each other upon defeat. Rick Scott cackles from the throne, really represents the contained violence within our country. Wait, who's circling the block? Oh, it's our boy Bernie Sanders in a gently used Ford Pinto purchased at Doug's Scrap House right outside of Boise, 234 Sycamore Lane, zip code.
Hey,
We're not your ad space. I was really starting to believe that one.
Exactly. Fake news takes over the mind like a lazy trance, driven by a 2001 Lexus for 1,000 payments of $47.
I have been in the market for a new car. My scooter's getting pretty rusty.
Hollis, we can't get distracted. We brought Doug on to fight fake news, not make a quick buck.
Yeah.
I'm giving you predictions, but I also have to be practical and support my living family by making a profit on poorly built cars. Here, give me one more try.
Okay.
I just cut through a story.
Whoa.
Rand Paul is planning a goth maker to transition into atheism.
That just seems unrealistic.
It makes sense. If Hot Topic could be a home to me for 3 long months in the 7th grade, then why not Kentucky Senator Rand Paul?
Hollis, believing fake news makes it real, though. HuffPo wouldn't exist without these global trust of these blog trolls.
I don't write this. I don't shoot the messenger. I just in tune with the spirits.
So your life is fueled by your lies becoming truth?
Oh my, like Tinkerbell.
I resent that accusation, John, and to think I was going to give you 30% off a wash and wax the next time you're in Boise.
I will never go back to Idaho.
What's your beef with the Great Potato State?
It was a long summer with Grandmama. She made me pull the roots with my teeth and spit them in a bucket. I still have a chip.
You let your mortal emotions get in the way of the psychic web. No wonder you can only grasp real news.
Stop confusing us with this psychic lingo.
Yeah, that is true. Why do you talk like you're from the 1700s? How long have you been alive?
Time isn't real. Unless you're cruising warp speed in a 1995 Honda Elantra.
No! No more shenanigans. Pull the curtain back and show us how you really get this fake news.
Yeah.
I can't trust you.
He can't trust you.
Is that a crystal ball? Where did you get a crystal ball?
You know what? Let's do the crystal ball. Everybody loves the crystal ball.
Did he have it this whole time?
Your impatience will be the death of you, John. That's not a prediction, that's just criticism.
Yeah.
All right, this one's deep in the HuffPo vault. They've been waiting to drop this puppy. I see a man, small in size but large in stature.
Oh,
Jeff Sessions.
HuffPo will claim that he will commit a heinous crime, that he robbed a Walmart of all their chocolate-covered pretzels, every last salty bite stuffed in his gullet. He will then roll through the parking lot and trample a budding Republican child. He will then be tried for murder and sweet and savory treason, but he's a swift thinker. He placed bay leaves in his shoes, which by the powers of the universe grant the user luck in court. He will be let free and live to snack another day. But remember, not a single thing I've just said will actually happen.
Wow. Doug, I gotta say, I think I'm starting to get it.
Wait a second. That story just popped up on my Twitter feed, posted by HuffPo. What? What?
Exactly.
What? But this is word for word what you just said.
Doug?
Fine. You caught me. I sell out my predictions to the man. If I don't write them, someone else will. They're obvious. At least I admit that mine are fake.
You're contributing to the problem. Doesn't that stir up your morals?
Everyone has problems. One of mine is that I can't pawn off that AMC Eagle wagon that's been crowding my lot for months. Fake news is too powerful to defeat. It doesn't start or end with me.
But why make it worse? Why use your powers for evil?
It's in my blood. My family has been wrestling with this since the dawn of time, when my ancestor Grog accused his nemesis of being both a hunter and a gatherer. With fake news comes fake responsibilities.
It's why it's so important to stay vigilant and double check what you read.
But in general, we can summarize this interview with one simple lesson. Don't trust a used car salesman.
Fair, but the sales I've made during this interview will help fund the genie lamp I've been coveting. Oh, and feed my kids, I guess.
Doug the Psychic, everyone.
Come through, Idaho! The deals are so good!
Are they? Damn, what's with all the mystical guesses?
Seems like...
What's with all the goddamn mystical guests this episode? It seems like this bold for a show based in politics.
It's almost as if our writers are slowly losing their minds and lowering their standards as this crazy year comes to a close and the promise of a home-cooked Thanksgiving meal lies just within reach.
Nah. We'll be right back.
So, Hollis, I hope you've learned a little something about fake news and the integrity of the press today.
I certainly have. It's outrageous how much our government gets away with. Fake news is spreading at a drastic rate. It's in our schools, it's in our workplace, it's even in our homes.
Our homes?
Specifically, fake news is in John Gilbert's home.
What?
John, how much do you know about your family?
Quite a lot. My mother, Jan Gilbert, is a prize-winning rabbit breeder, and my father, Big John, is a disgraced figure skater. Now he owns a small but lucrative beach bucket business. Big John's Big Beach Buckets. In the back room of the Big Bucket store, my brothers and I shuck clams for the harvest.
Ah, your brothers. How many brothers do you have, John?
4 brothers. Jack, Joel, Jorn, and Django. Papa calls us the Gilbert 5 because there are 5 of us and that's it. Also, we make folk music. I play the guitar.
I didn't know guitar wasn't folk music. All right. Well, there's more to your family than meets the eye, John.
Hollis, I don't seem to understand.
John, the results are in.
Hollis, you're scaring me.
Now that I understand the fragility of American mass communication, I found myself wondering what else is fake? What else have we blindly accepted because authority figures fed it to us on a silver platter?
Well, I certainly applaud that spirit.
I used the power of the media to track down your past. John, after months of sorting through databases and ancestry files, I flipped through decades of Gilbert history, narrowing down the suspects by lank and scrawn until I found the lankiest and scrawniest. That's how I found her.
Found who?
We'll find out right after the break.
Hollis, we don't have a commercial break here.
Is your news backed up by too many sources? Is everything you read on the internet a little bit too credible? Do you hate dealing with silly things like facts or statistics? Breitbart! Try Breitbart News.
Don't
The news
advertise
equivalent of the
Breitbart.
McDonald's dollar menu. You know it's bad
This
for
is
you,
really
but you
bad.
consume
No.
it anyway, you filthy monster.
I would never eat anything that I did not purchase directly from Jenny Craig. Hollis, please tell me what's going on.
John, I don't want to touch you. It's time you met somebody. In the case of 19-year-old June Gilbert, John, you are the brother.
A sister? Is it true?
Yes, I've always been a Gilbert.
Always will be.
John, brother, isn't life such a mysterious cavern?
Almost as mysterious as navigating news integrity. Wait, if you truly are a Gilbert, you will know the answers to these paramount Gilbert riddles.
I am eager to prove myself.
What song does Papa play when he goes to the bathroom?
My Sharona.
Aye, Sharona. What's black and white and red all over?
Mama and Papa's prized zebra taxidermy with the flair of a red hat.
Where on your body is the birthmark that all Gilberts have? And also, where is it?
Lower back, and it is a picture-perfect replica of the bath designed for former president and Gilbert ancestor, William Howard Taft. Was that good? Yeah?
Yeah.
I
Good.
just kind of guessed.
Yeah, good guessing. Yeah, that
Alright,
was
sweet.
perfect. Then. Take her away, boys. Or just leave if you want.
What? June? June, sister! Where are you going?
That was an actor, John. And we brought her here to teach you and the viewers at home a valuable lesson. You see, audience, fake news is dangerous. It can turn a grown man boy into a blubbering mess. Just look at that. That right there is the dangers of fake news. He saw a story he wanted to believe, and he believed it. What Gilbert wouldn't want another equally pasty sibling in the world? That's what's known as bias. There are many ways that people at home work against their own bias and prevent the spread of fake news. For starters, always check your sources. Use fact checkers. Make sure actual news is not taken down or blocked. And if you think that something might be fake, try and track it down. For instance, John, had you ever considered maybe asking your family if you had a sister? That's right. John should have checked his sources back at the Gilbert household. It is important to always have a healthy skepticism when reading the news. Stay informed, check multiple sources, and don't believe everything you read online. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching Breaking News. I'm Hollis Wesley.
I'm John Gilbert.
Good night. Good night.